It really came from just struggling, like living paycheck to paycheck. Jake was working full-time while I was with the kids, and it just seemed like we never had enough time together as a family. We originally were looking at like earthships and like other forms of tiny living, but that all requires buying land before you can even begin to build a home. So that's when we found Skoolies. For a while, it was just something we saw on the internet, on Facebook, like, oh, that's awesome, I wish I could do that. But just never thinking it would be reality for us, because you're just so stuck in that get up, go to work, come home, pay rent, make the bills, and all that. And it was really after our second was born that I came across a bus in New Jersey that was only like 20 minutes from where we lived. It was only $2,000. It had virtually no mechanical issues, very minimal rust for being from the Northeast, because up here we get lots of rain, snow, and the salt on the roads, and it was just too good to pass up.
Definitely at first I was like motivated because I felt like good, you know, I'm getting all this done, I'm working so much, but it definitely starts to take a toll. I mean, I think I tried a little more than I should have. Like I would get off of work at 6 and work here till dark on the bus, and then the weekend I would show up here in the morning and work all day long. And I mean, at first, yeah, it was motivating, but then it gets tiring, but in the end it's all well worth it. It's definitely, you know, different realizing the things that used to buy all the time and all the unnecessary things we would have, to then doing this and be able to save money and spoil the kids a lot more. It's amazing, to be honest. It's pretty nice. It's getting away from all those big bills and big payments, and just knowing you don't have to worry about it. You're not stressed out as much anymore. That's actually a lot better there, you know.
It was about 1.5 years that it took us to do this while he was working full-time. So we knew it was going to take a lot of our money that otherwise would have been going to rent, electric, all that. And we got lucky enough that Jake's boss let us keep the bus on the farm that he worked at. Since moving in the bus, it has been a huge relief to finally just have somewhere to call our own home and not owe anybody for it.
It's a 2000 GMC Bluebird. It's an Allison's transmission. Runs great. Got it for about $2,000. The tires came with it, pretty brand new tires. We painted all the windows with white paint. All the black was done by hand, taped off, spray painted. That's the chimney. We got 6 solar panels that power the entire bus. This is the shore power if anything was to go wrong with the solar or we didn't want to use it to conserve the energy. Back here is actually the water hookup to where we either fill our tank or can just be straight hooked up to water, so that we can just constantly not have to worry about refilling tank or going empty. We pretty much just turned underneath the bus into just storage, where right now it's just our little project stuff going on right now. We have a 100-gallon water tank that shore power comes into, and that's usually plenty for us unless the kids are in the mud too many times a day. A little open area for a breezy day, hang out, relax. We usually just sit right here just to relax by the bus, watch the kids. So this is the inside of our home / project, I would say.
This is a wall we built out of vintage soda crates. And we like put the back on this way so that we could put hooks and hang keys, masks, jackets. And then the bottom has like the bottle holes, so that's where we stuff all the kids' shoes. We really like plants, so we just kind of have plants everywhere. These are like air plants and moss. This is kind of like the little kitty corner. They have a bed and their litter box, food, water. Jake likes to hunt, so we have some deer skulls that we hang our bags on and just make it look nice. This is where we keep our electronics. This is our super old Bose stereo that we use for music. This is our internet. It's like wireless, it just needs to be charged. So with this, we can have internet anywhere we go. It's really great. This is where we keep like our kindling for the stove. It's a cubic mini grizzly. It worked really well this winter. This is our fireball. So like if it ever comes into contact with flame, it explodes and puts the fire out. So it's super helpful to have. Hopefully we never need it.
Probably one of my favorite parts about the living room, the TV, which is hooked on just through the studs of the wall. Another favorite part is the plants. I do like plants. It's pretty much what I focus on all the time.
We've had this cabinet for like ever. I painted it green, it was blue. We've had it in like all of our past houses. I just love it, and it was such a perfect size for a bus. This is where we keep all the kids' toys. This is our couch. It's from Home Reserve, and you can get like all different sizes. So I knew I wanted this couch, so we built everything else first with the dimensions in mind, and we got really lucky, just fit perfect.
It holds for storage as well. So in the storage you have all puzzles and games and anything you really want to fit in here. It really helps having that extra space.
This is one of our skylights. This one does not open. The back one is a hatch. I'm really happy we did them because I love the light, and especially for Jake, it gives him a place to stand where he doesn't feel like cramped. This is like the homeschool corner. It has like books, again, more of these baskets, and just like shelves on the wall, everything like being stacked is what keeps me sane. And this is actually, we painted this with magnetic paint first, so it's magnetic also, and it's a chalkboard. Of course, we have to have the school bus toy.
Hey guys, Justin here from Mobile Dwellings, and if you are also looking to live in a school bus or somewhere else completely off-grid with no utility bills, you're going to need solar panels, and my favorite place to get that is from signaturesolar.com. They consistently have the cheapest panels. You can find them for as low as 30 cents a watt. They also have excellent EG4 server rack batteries, mini splits, and inverters as well. I've got a coupon code for you, and it is Mobile50 off, but if that doesn't work in the future, go to SkoolieSupport.com and you will see my updated coupon codes and my current favorite options for batteries, mini splits, inverters, solar panels, and more. Thank you guys for your support. Anything that you buy from these links, I will get a commission, and that helps us bring you more, better quality videos in the future. All right, back to the show.
This is the kitchen. It's mostly IKEA. I love the sink. It's not like huge, but it's a perfect size, and I can still give my youngest a bath in it, which is great. It's super crowded, but functional. We had like a really small space to work with, so we have a 2-burner propane stovetop, which is great. This is where we keep like our bread and fruits and veggies. Here we have all of our silverware, cooking utensils. We kind of just looked to use every possible square inch, which is why we have things hanging, stacked, one thing on top of the other. If I saw an empty space, I just kind of thought, what could I put here? I had like these bars left over from our last house, and they were just perfect for the utensils. These lights I'm so happy with. They give me like a nautical feeling. I was really set on wanting these. These are like anti-theft lights for like outdoors, but they're really amazing, and they use really like a small amount of power. So this is our fridge. It's like the retro style, which I really wanted, and I just like love black accents in the kitchen, which is why we have like all the cast iron, the black sink, the black handles. These are like magnetic spice holders, and they have the names here, which is really awesome. And they're super strong, so like they don't go anywhere. I thought it was gonna be too small, but it's like the perfect size. This is our propane hot water heater. It works really great. We really haven't had to mess with it too much. And then of course we have our smoke detector slash CO2 or carbon monoxide detector. This is a washer dryer. It's really great. It like will wash and then dry right after through like steam. This is the bunk beds for the boys. The top is Jacob's. He requested rainbow walls. It has glow-in-the-dark stars on the ceiling. We used these pipes for climbing up into the bunk, and there's a handle there too. Underneath here we have their pajamas. These are just baskets that I zip tied together so that they would like give us the depth without having to make our own.
This is also the second kid's bed. It is a little bit tighter, but he does love to go in it and play in it. So the bathroom actually is where we spend the least amount of our time. Wrap the entire bathroom with bamboo ledges. It's a composting toilet. We made it ourselves versus buying one. Just wanted to give it a shot, see if we could do it ourselves. Obviously some artwork from a friend of ours that did that herself. And then obviously more plants and more miscellaneous things. This little cabinet that we just put into the wall in here for all the miscellaneous things, deodorant, whatever we would need in here. And then actually this mirror was the rear view mirror to the bus itself and made it our bathroom mirror. And it actually works perfect up and down. You don't really need one too wide. And then the shower itself was a great project. I mean, we have a bench to sit. Everybody come in, the kids can get in here together, hang out, one on the bench, one on a seat. We did decide to save the emergency window so that when in here or whatever, we can open this and access the shower from outside or inside and just have a nice, view, nice breeze while you're hanging out in the shower. These are just wood tiles that click together. They were a different color, but we cleaned them up and restained them to the darker color that we wanted. And they're just over top of the concrete floor where the drain is. And they just help keep us elevated off, allow the water to run easier. We also built a cubby hole in here for the soap, the sponge, everything like that.
This is like a woven curtain, so it closes and then it opens. These are just drawers that we took out of an old vintage dresser we found on Craigslist, I think. So we actually built the thing to put the drawers in because the dresser was too high itself. We have more storage over here for our clothes. We have a mirror and some pressed flowers on the wall. This bed is actually more comfortable than the bed we had in our house. It's a queen size bed, and this bedding I'm so in love with. I've had it for years. It's a king, but I turned it sideways because I was determined. It's so comfortable. These curtains I actually made from blackout curtains from Walmart and fleece that I cut up and hot glued to each other. And then the straps are just placemats that I cut up and put Velcro on the bottom to hold them up. I made these side panels. I just glued preserved moss to them. This big empty space is where our mini split is set to go. It'll be a backup heat source in the winter and a fan and air conditioner in the summertime, and it will be fully run off of our solar system.
So this is our food pantry with more of the same kind of baskets where we locked them up. We have some storage up here with some extra backup items, as well as our canned food, rice, beans, packages, kids snacks, anything like that. And then also the kids' laundry, their clothes. And we just built the doors ourselves. It's like a weave type of material, but it works perfect. So this is the electrical closet. We have 4 lithium-ion batteries that charge up and power the whole entire bus with our inverter and solar charge controller. And then for safety reasons or anything, if anything was to happen, we have this fireball in here. When it comes to any contact with, a spark, fire, heat like that, it'll explode, pretty much extinguishing any issue in here. Now, hopefully there would be no electrical issue that would cause anything like that.
My number one piece of advice for anybody thinking of building a bus into a house would be to allot way more time for it than you originally thought, because pretty much every project definitely took more time than we were planning on, and that's still true.
Just take your time, have fun. Don't stress yourself out about the small things. Everything can be fixed, and just don't make yourself go crazy thinking it has to be 100% perfect. Taking time designing it and just picture what you would want and go for it,
It's really nice to have a place to call our own home that we don't owe anybody for, and it's just ours.